I'm doing this video because of certain questions that were asked or they were raised. What are the questions raised? Well done. These are the questions I believe people would like to know. Regardless of what language the school requires, essay submitted. Do you think it is safe to just translate the essay to Portuguese? Because at the end of the day, Portuguese is their main language and would be easier for them to read. So to be in the safe side, would you advise people to translate their essay to Portuguese? And for the essay too, what is the best way to source for materials that can assist in writing? What language did me submit mine? Did you translate it to Portuguese or you submitted in English? What language did your school require? I know you received your lectures in Portuguese language, but are you allowed to write your assessment or exams in English? How do you cope with the language barrier as a person who do not understand Portuguese learning? Thanks. So these are the questions I'm just going to be answering in this video. I want you to sit back, relax, and let's do it together. Hello guys, and welcome back to this YouTube channel. This is Knowledge Blog. I want to appreciate you for your loyalty and for always coming to this channel to watch the video. When I was applying, I submitted my proposal and it was in English, but it was thoroughly revised. As a matter of fact, I even sent it to a professor in a university in Rio de Janeiro because there was a professor who has earlier agreed, to allow me in our lab to do my work before I even stumbled on GCUB. So this professor had earlier revised my proposal. So actually, some schools don't specify language requirement. And you might wonder if this means you will be taught in English. The answer is usually no, because majority of Brazilians speaks Portuguese. However, you might get lucky and find an English speaking professor. In my experience, about 75% of the lecturers who speaks English, but they don't use it officially in classrooms. Sometimes they explain things to me in English, and sometimes they allow me to submit my assessment in English. As a matter of fact, my first seminar was done, I presented it in English, and the professors and the students were all seated, and I did the presentation. When I got to Brazil, it was a bit tough coping with the language barrier, but I was able to manage this toughness with the help of translator, all this application that translate. However, right now I speak some Portuguese, but I can communicate wherever I go to. I can do whatever I need to do in Portuguese, but the full understanding of Portuguese is what I'm still working on right now. One of the things that also helped me is most of my friends, majority of my friends in the lab understands English and they also speaks Portuguese. So when I'm trying to speak wrong Portuguese, they can correct me. And when I just don't know what to say, I can speak to them, in English. Now, I want to give you a strategy. Out of the 5 schools that you want to apply to, make sure that you submit 2 or 3 in Portuguese. Although this strategy is not foolproof, but it can increase your chances by 40%. This strategy was actually born out of a research that I did. So I look at the results of the first GCUB edition, which was released on the 26th of December 2022. I also look at the results of the second edition that was released on the 16th of October 2023. And guess what? I realized that students from Portuguese speaking countries such as Mozambique, Guinea-Bissau, Haiti, Angola, and Colombia are shortlisted more compared to other countries that are not English speaking country. So when I realize this, what comes to my mind is that definitely there is going to be high chances for whoever submits his or her own application in Portuguese. Although this strategy isn't foolproof, but I believe it can increase your chances by up to 40%. However, one thing is very important. Ensure that translation are done by someone fluent both in English and Portuguese. Avoid using Google Translate or any of these AI that promise to translate, as they often misses important nuances. Important information are usually lost when you use this app to translate important documents. Now let's talk about essay 2. Although it is referred to as essay in GCUB application, it is actually a research proposal. If this application were from USA or United Kingdom, essay 1 would be called a statement of purpose and essay 2 will be called proposal. In this case, this is just a subtle but important academic distinction. So we just have to go and understand it very well. Now, to write your proposal, you need a solid research and writing skills. Your proposal should include background to the study, statements of problems, aims and objectives, justification of the study, time frame, and references. If you are not confident in writing, it is okay to hire someone to help, but make sure you get proposal proofread as well. So for you to write essay 2 or the proposal, let me call it proposal right now. For you to write the proposal, there is a need for you to review articles that has been published, in line of your research. So these articles, you can usually get them online. I would recommend you to go to Google Scholar. You can see all kinds of published article on Google Scholar. Some of them are free. Some of them you might not be able to access them freely, but I can bet that you will still see something to read, and from there you can write your proposal. My last piece of advice: if you are serious about coming to Brazil, start learning Portuguese now. It should be on your list of essential preparations. There are many platforms and free resources online that can assist you to learn Portuguese. From this viewpoint of mine, I hope you find this video helpful, and I'm wishing you best of luck in your GCUB application. If there's any other query, any other worries, any other question, don't forget to drop them in the comments, and I will be happy to answer all the questions in the comment sections. Okay, so once again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like. Please, I want you to subscribe. Thank you, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Ciao.